Another question that I have, you are a founder of DeafJapan, the community here in Japan, in Osaka. When I'll tell you what I think about that. When I first Googled that, and that was a completely like random, okay, what is sign languages? I kind of did my research, I wanted to see that, right? I just Googled that thinking that, okay, I'm gonna get 0 results, honestly. So I Googled that, like sign language in Japan, then your website pops up,
wow.
right? And I think, okay, so I read everything on the website and I thought, like, I couldn't even believe my eyes, like, okay, so let's explain the situation here. What is going on? So I'm teaching English here in Japan. I know what the situation is with English. Japanese people finish schools or universities, right? They graduate. They don't see the need to use English because, you know, it's rare that you need to use English here. Right? So they don't see really the point. So they keep studying. A lot of them go to language schools for like 5, 8, 10 years. They pay a lot of money.
Yeah, it's like a very expensive hobby.
It's a very expensive hobby. So they do that, right? But they kind of don't see the need, like why? But then here comes an American CODA who comes and says, okay, let's study ASL, which is basically kind of English because it's based on English, let's say English words, right? So
some English words, yeah.
I know it's not as direct, right? It doesn't equal English, right? But still, like, let's study another language which is kind of English, and you invite deaf people, deaf Japanese people, and they come and study with you. So I thought it's really rare, and I've never expected that to be kind of like a successful. I would think, oh, it's a tiny circle, you know, maybe he does it like once a week, once a month, right? But you've been there for quite a while. How did you start all that? So you came to Japan you came here for the first time and you think, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to start this community. How did it all start? How?
When I first came to Japan, I was just visiting and I came back two more times. On my second trip, I found a job. So I had a job lined up, and then so on my third time, I came and started working. I couldn't understand Japanese at all. Like, I took some very basic Japanese language classes. I could only say like, where's the bathroom? And that was it. And it was kind of difficult, the transition, because I couldn't understand Japanese at all. But when I met the Japanese deaf community, they really helped me get immersed and understand Japanese culture. Well, Japanese deaf culture, because I could communicate even though they were using Japanese Sign Language and I was using American Sign Language, they knew a little bit of American Sign Language, and I could kind of figure out what they were asking me or saying, and that just made me feel like, wow, I found a community here which I can like communicate with, and just fit in. And then as I met more deaf people, they found out that I was from America, and then they wanted to learn English as well as American Sign Language. So after many people asking me about wanting to learn, I decided, okay, well, I have this full-time job. If I can cut back on the hours, then I can do this. So after a year of working my schedule out and getting a tally of people, they were interested, and so that's how DeafJapan first started 10 years ago. Yeah.
What? 10 years ago?
So,
but again, the story goes, so one day you just went out and you rented an office?
Oh, before that I was just teaching out of my apartment.
Okay.
And actually American Sign Language in Japan has been taught, and it's been taught through circles, and like you said, like maybe once a month or twice a month. So there was already an interest, and some people have been learning American Sign Language for 5 years, 6 years. But I think what they were surprised was that there was an actual American, and you know, of course, like with any kind of like knitting circle or any kind of like a book reading circle, some people are sick of other people. So, so that's something that I learned. Like, oh, okay, they form their niches and their cliques, and so they don't want to join that club or whatever. So I was like a new thing.
A new face.
So a new face. So it was like the rumors hadn't started yet. Of course, I had to go through that also, and like, oh my goodness, people are like angry at each other, jealous of each other.
Right.
So, but that's like if you want to start a school, I got some advice for you.
Don't start the school.
Well, you could start it, but just be ready for
right.
like just things you wouldn't expect, like outside of the teaching.
Right. So you started this this community, right? And you invited people. How did you advertise? How did you find?
Oh,
people?
just word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
And then I knew I had to start a website. That was important.
Yeah.
And it helped.
So at some point you learned, say, written Japanese.
Oh no, I had to get somebody to translate everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I started using Google. I'm sorry, YouTube, and that helped a lot.
Right.
That created a lot of, I guess, information for other people to see it. So like when I go to like all around Japan, I meet some deaf people. Usually, they'll say, "Oh yeah, I know your face from somewhere." And I would say like, "Oh, maybe YouTube." They're like, "Yeah, that's right from YouTube." So that has helped a lot.
Right.
And it's just been great. YouTube and like video stuff has been awesome for the deaf community.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, when I googled that, I think that time that was when more than
maybe
that,
4 or 5
years ago,
yeah.
right? That time I don't think there were a lot of videos, but I did see something that I really liked, and then I actually now I don't remember. So I contacted you, right? I went to Osaka first class, right? So I do not speak sign languages, nothing.
Yeah.
Right? I was zero beginner, so I come in. There is this amazing manager, this lady that I love.
Yes,
she is like she loves you.
Yeah.
Just for who you are.
Yeah. She's a nice lady, yeah. She's my manager,
she really welcomes people with this open heart, and that was really amazing. And I felt that, it was like, I'm still in Japan, but I'm in some special Japan right now.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's this kind of feeling that you guys create there, right? And then the first class, you just start signing.
I don't speak.
Yeah,
just
you don't
start signing.
speak. Yeah.